Now it's time for Past Week, Next Week with Chris and Paul.
Greetings to all. We like to start the show with a song that symbolizes the last week. And I would like for you, listener, to try to participate a little bit on trying to guess why I picked this song. I go through hours of not only me thinking about it, but also focus groups and some type of surveys to people.
I think I'm going to start cutting carbs. I need to drop my belly fat.
There we go with what happened there.
The comedy starts right out of the gate.
Yeah, it looks like the ad popped up there. So we'll just do that real quick. But the show starts with the thing, and then you try to decide why the song was picked. And it's a lot of fun. It's Past Week, Next Week with Chris and Paul, starring Boogie, introducing the texter. And here is the Romantics. Talking in Your Sleep, coming at you on KCTK Radio.
Oh, underwear.
Like a little naked foot.
Yeah, or a back.
Or a naked back.
Wow, I love this song of the day. This is fascinating to me.
That was the Romantics with Talking in Your Sleep. And I think it means farting in your sleep.
Featuring Runway Twitty.
Oh, good selection, Paul.
Yeah, I love it. I love it so very much.
I thought you were going to zig, and you totally zagged.
Mm-hmm.
Be prepared. And that sums up the best week, basically. Welcome to Past Week, Next Week with Chris and Paul, starring Boogie, introducing the texter.
Oh, I'm Chris.
And I'm Paul.
What's up, suckers?
This is a show where we review the most important things from the past week and get you ready for the next week. I can't believe you're proud of that. It's your one-stop podcast to keep you updated to Real Week Review. Just listen to us. You won't need any other information outlet. That's our guarantee. Thanks for listening to us online. Oh, boy. Online. The KCTK Radio page. But it's easier to use the KCTK Radio smartphone app. If you don't have it, download it right now. It's free. You can join the experiment or calling or texting us by 913-735-0060. We welcome your participation. Coming up, we have weekly news quiz, pop culture update, incredible special feature, headlines and predictions, and much, much more. It looks like I'm not sure what happened to the texter here.
Uh-oh, did we lose him?
We had him. We had him so very good. But, okay, there we are.
I'll tell you what, man, it's like rope in the wind.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to keep the texter engaged. It's no easy task.
Yeah. Okay.
Whoa, he may be on the road.
Yeah, he may be on the road, but that's okay.
I hope he's driving safe.
That's okay. The texter is not. He's a big fan of the texter, which
she is.
It's weird.
I was so impressed with her last week, and then I hear she's friends with the texter.
Yeah,
and it kind of fell off.
Apparently
fell off quickly.
You guys notice how much the show sucks ever since Nadia's not been a part of it?
Yeah. But what's going on with you, Chris? You like to start this segment.
I do. I love this whole thing. I don't know why. So, kind of a low-key week as far as, like, fun stuff.
Like the Marvel character?
Which low-key?
Yeah.
Oh, Loki!
That's improv.
That's improv. See, I need more coffee. I didn't even catch that. It was quick and hilarious.
It's improv. Oh, wait. Let me do it again. Like Loki, like the Marvel character.
Oh, is that musical
That's
improv?
That's musical improv. Okay.
That was pretty good.
Back to you, Chris.
Thanks, Paul. My father-in-law had knee replacement surgery this week, so wishing the best for him on his recovery. They kept him overnight in the hospital. He came home yesterday and apparently is going to be doing hours of physical therapy every day.
That's awesome because he's a pretty motivated person. So I'm sure he's going to do it.
Yeah, I will say that prior to the surgery, the physical therapist came over to like do a little eval or something, and he said to Jane's mom, he goes, there is literally nothing in that knee. He goes, that is the worst I have ever felt.
Oh, my.
So really hoping this will really make a difference for him with pain. So we're sending our past week, next week thoughts and prayers out for Mike Higbee getting better. And
All right, let me ask you, I got a couple questions on this.
Sure.
Are we going to have to move the chair again?
Oh, God. That's a fair question, and I honestly don't know the answer right now.
Well, I'm here for you, buddy. Okay.
Can you be flexible? Can you be at the ready? I mean,
Of course.
it's awesome.
Jesus Christ.
That is awesome.
And as far as the physical therapy, how is your mother doing with physical therapy? You know her.
I do. Yeah, I am aware of her. She's recovering nicely. They are trying to transition her to a cane more so. So look, okay, let me just back up for just a second. So mom's doing pretty well, but struggling, to get better from the broken hip. Father-in-law just got the knee replacement surgery. We're, hoping that goes well. I got a call from a woman that used to cut my hair, and she gave me swimming lessons when I was a kid. And she wanted my mom's phone number because another friend of theirs, who I knew growing up, had fallen in the shower and was there for 2 days before anybody found her.
2 days?
God.
Yes, 2 days.
That's horrifying.
So they put her in the hospital. Anyway, she passed.
Because of that accident?
I think because of the accident. Yeah, but I'm just being reminded, like, being pummeled with human mortality, like just aging and people struggling. So, folks are out there struggling, man.
And then when you came in, my wife told you about a family member of hers that died.
Yes. Yeah. So, holy smokes.
Yeah.
Anyway, folks, take care of yourselves. Do your best to stay healthy and be kind. Because, boy, you don't know what everybody's going through. And then I'm just going to brag real quick. Molly did their first couple of gigs for the Truman here in Kansas City, that musical venue that they're now the videographer and photographer for. Molly's really good with this stuff. Like,
that's awesome.
They were sending me stuff last night, like, hey, doing my second gig, Dad. I know I'm partial, but man, their photos look really, really
That's
good.
awesome.
So happy for them, having fun with that. And then Abby,
Can we go back to that?
yeah,
So I'm just going to spill the beans of my plan. There's a big video contest in Independence that the mayor's doing about the best, why I love Independence. I quickly sent it to Chris and sent to Molly.
Mm-hmm.
Molly will destroy the other idiots in this town.
Nice.
Now you're supposed to. It's an initiative to try to be proud and develop friendship and neighborhood feeling. She's gonna destroy those fuckers.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Molly's going for the jugular.
All the goddamn fools who choose to live in this town.
Well, on a related note, you invited me to come meet you and the mayor for happy hour on Friday, which I was not able to do a happy hour, but I did poke my head in and say hi. And
It was happy to see you.
I was
wasn't
happy to see you guys.
Yeah.
And the mayor, Rory, said, hey, I need somebody that can edit a video for me. And Paul's like, well, you need to talk to Chris's kid, Molly. They'd be great. And I'm like, yeah, they're, do video stuff. Like, and I said, I can give you their number. And he's like, no, do this. Give Molly my number, because I'm tired of these kids saying, yeah, I'm going to do something, but they don't follow through. So if Molly's really interested in working, they'll like, okay,
Yeah.
okay, we'll see. Molly will 10,000% reach out.
Now I know Molly's doing videos for us. Let me check the numbers of our.
Yeah.
Okay, here's some of the numbers. We're down again because we don't have Murph on, but looks like Chris's bank account is down as well. So
Yeah, we'll see.
I get my numbers on paper.
So Molly and I are going to go to dinner this week.
Did you hear that?
I did, yes. So we'll broach it over dinner this week. Oh my God! And the reason I met you guys at the happy hour, I went to Chad Lebo's mom's visitation.
I
More
didn't even make it far.
death.
No.
Good grief! Yeah.
How's Chad doing?
He seemed to be doing well there. I talked to his brother Todd. All of us being in the same biz of broadcasting and this business of show.
Yeah.
So.
Do you know, you probably
I don't know if you know.
You probably heard him. He's one of the guys that runs WHB.
Todd Lebo. Have you heard of Lebo or Liebs on 810 WHB?
I haven't. Maybe I haven't.
But him and just, I mean, I want to say a couple buddies, but it's not like us, a couple buddies. They're talented. They started a radio 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and they've been doing that because their love of sports. And I like to trash on the just kind of where we are with radio. But they're kind of, I don't know how much they'll make it. I don't know their future, but they had a passion behind something, and then why they loved radio, and they did it.
Yeah.
And that's why they've been able to do it for the last 15 years.
Probably longer than 17 years. Yeah, they started 810. Well, it was 1510 back in the day, but
Wow.
yeah. So, but yeah, so saw you guys there. That was fun at a cool little bar in Independence.
Little place called the Sentinel. I went there on Thursday, and it's a whiskey bar, and it's tied into the history of Independence. And in fact, they gave us a little shot of Old Granddad, which Harry Truman's favorite drink. And immediately I'm like, my buddy Rory loves whiskey and knows more about Truman than anybody. He just happens to be the mayor, which makes it more complicated to get his dumbass scheduled to get together and show something nice to him. He won't have a drink because he's the mayor on the square.
Right. Yeah.
Which, I mean, what?
I thought he had a drink in front of him there. I guess not, huh?
It was soda pop.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So anyway, I was trying to show a little bit of appreciation, but he's too much in the I got to serve the public to serve himself.
Please, come on.
I'm recovering in that, so I'm happy.
Yes.
And it's a great little place, and I've never had a drink from them because I couldn't drink Thursday and was there, and then I was there and waited 40 minutes for my drink, and I had to leave.
But it never came.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So,
But it is a cool looking little spot.
yeah.
Yeah. So, and I'm going to brag on Abby real quick.
Yeah.
Nobody cared, but Abby.
I do.
I care.
I care.
You know,
deeply.
Abby's out there in St. Louis and going through training, and then the final thing of training is you have to sell 2 houses, and once you sell those 2, then you can get promoted. So Abby was at the point of, I've got to sell 2 houses now. Well, she sold 2 houses last weekend, one on Saturday and one on Sunday.
Wow.
And, yeah, crazy.
That's freaking amazing.
That's great.
But here's the sad part for her. Had she actually been the salesperson, had been promoted, she would have made about $15,000 over the weekend for selling those 2 houses. But because she wasn't, she made $1,500 over the weekend because she sold them for other sales counselors. But anyway, now she can be promoted and, make her own sales.
The 2 that she sells this weekend. That's that's hers.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, Abby. So is that that's just how it goes? Just typically you sell 2 houses a week.
Bang out 2.
Yeah, it typically doesn't go. It was
okay.
a perfect storm of families she had been working with for a long time, and they just both hit at the same time.
So people are buying houses now, huh?
Apparently,
news to me.
Yeah. And
back to you, Chris.
I was talking. She had I was talking to her last night. She had a meeting with these people, and we love this house. It checks every box except this house on this particular lot. They couldn't get a 3-car garage. So Abby's trying to sell them a garage extension or a walkout basement, but they're not budging. And she's like, well, you went to, Jim Dandy Homes over there. Did they present you the perfect house? Yeah, they pretty much did. And it had a 3-car garage. Abby said she is. Really? Well, I don't believe you're being truthful with me because you would not be sitting in front of me right now if that were the case.
Holy shit.
I know.
She said that to the customer.
She goes, and Dad, they started laughing, and I just sat there and looked at them with a straight face because I'm not joking. Don't pull that shit on me. Like, who is this kid? My gosh.
My whole week can be summed up with being afraid of young.
I
women.
know.
Amen.
I guess she pretty much had nothing to lose at this point.
I think that's it.
And I think she was
Yeah.
like, I'm going to call him on her
yeah.
shit.
Like, what? You're going to waste my Saturday? And no,
That's awesome.
I'm going to call you out.
Wow.
Anyway, I've blathered on and on.
Brilliant.
And on
Chris,
and
what
on.
else you been doing?
Dude, I got nothing really. I mean, I'm
When
so
you decided-
boring now. I chill at home. That's
You
my
decided
life.
not to hang out with your best pal, Paul,
Yeah.
on Friday.
Yeah.
You had to go with your wife.
I did.
As if you're legally connected to her.
And you know what we did? I
What?
went home and picked her up, and we went and walked a couple of trails at George Owens Nature Park. And then we went and had Thai food and went and sat on the couch.
What Thai food did you have?
We went to the Thailand restaurant on 7 Highway in
And
Blue Springs.
You had
I had a a cup of hot and sour soup. We had some warm edamame, and then red curry with chicken.
Were you
So good.
Were you kind of inspired to do that because Boogie went to peanut butter Pete or whatever?
Pickle Lisa's,
Pickle Lisa.
That is exactly why I was thinking of Pickle Lisa's.
which she opened up another one.
She did.
Yeah,
Okay.
called something. It's her seafood version.
Wow.
Please tell us the name. I know it's not going to be anywhere near to what it actually is, but I want to hear your version.
Catfish Kelly's. I don't know.
Catfish Kelly's. Okay, I'm going to Google it. I got to go.
I would like if she's listening. Can we have Whitney? Can you organize a time we all go out to eat dinner there?
Yeah. That's a good
And
idea.
if Boogie,
That'd be fun.
And if Boogie can't remember the name, then that's just he can't go. That's on him.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. He'll be sitting over there at whatever
I don't
Catfish Kelly's.
Catfish Hunters. What?
know. I don't know. I can't think of the name.
Chris, I'm sorry that you're boring.
I know, man.
The listener's not.
But it doesn't stop me from talking for a long, long time.
For some reason.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. It's so weird. But people really, I'm just getting word in that people have never and never will care what you have going on. They only care about what's going on with Boogie.
It's true.
I don't have the cowboy song
Cowboy song.
Oh, well, yeah. What
Yeah.
happened to the...
there. I just had to put them
Oh.
in my soundboard, so I apologize for that
Gotcha.
Got it.
because I know how much he loved it.
I love all those songs that were produced by the Past Week, Next Week band.
Yeah. A lot of people say Taylor Swift's prolific, but what about these guys?
They're amazing.
Yeah.
I kind of had a boring week personally. You guys know Nadia was here last week, and her just being here just superseded everything. I totally forgot that she brought me a birthday gift, a late birthday gift, just a couple of weeks or whatever. So for Christmas, she got me a turntable.
Nice.
It's like doubles as a big Bluetooth speaker, but it also is a real turntable for old school vinyl. I don't have any more vinyl, so I'm like, I'm gonna start getting some. So when she came to town, she brought me a vinyl copy of 1999.
Oh,
Awesome.
nice.
It was freaking awesome. So the album itself is, the album cover is printed on the actual vinyl.
Oh, okay.
It
okay.
is really, really cool.
Oh,
So
wow.
I remember that album. It was pink anyway, right?
it was like I'm sorry, I said 1990 Purple Rain.
Purple Rain,
Jeez,
yeah, okay.
Sorry. So no, it's like him on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when you open it, it's like a close up of a lady's face as the inside. So one side is him on the bike, and the other side is the.
I'm thinking 1999 because I'm more of a Prince fan than you are. That's probably why.
Doubt it, but whatever.
Yeah.
You're right, because I'm more of a Taylor Swift fan than you.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
There's that.
Hey.
The gauntlet has been thrown down.
So anyway, that was really cool, and I forgot to mention it. Speaking of older people having accidents and falling and stuff,
What'd you do?
You remember? Well, you guys remember last week I talked about my equilibrium being all jacked up.
Mhm.
So I went and had my physical this week, and she looks behind my ear, or looks in my ear. She's like, "Oh yeah, you got little tiny water bottles in there." So That was her analogy. So apparently I have a ton of fluid in my ears.
Oh.
Which is why my shit's been all messed up.
Did they drain it? Or?
No, she put me on Flonase and Benadryl. So hopefully it clears up.
Well, I hope that clears up
and I
for
won't
you.
fall over and
Yeah, you won't look all drunk all the time.
And I don't want
unless you are.
And I don't want to make you off brand for the show, but you want to tell people what you said about the audio today?
Before the show began, that's not true. I was about to lie and say we warm up and test everything. That's not true. That is not true at all. It's just the opposite, in fact. But we do get on and we're like chat before the show goes live. And every single time there's audio issues, there's technical issues.
But
today, before the show began, and still, I said that the audio sounded very good today.
We know the answer now.
It's
always been fine. Your stupid little water bottle has made it where you can't hear right.
Okay.
Yeah, Boogie's over here with Aquafina hanging out of both of his ear holes.
I can't hear anything underwater.
All right, we'll blame it on that, sure. Because the static and all of it.
Because I don't remember ever having any technical issues whatsoever.
You're right. Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay.
Fair enough. So that was cool. New part of the physical of the prostate exam.
Go on.
She said that they don't, like, starting last year, they kind of started to change the standard of how they do it. I can't believe I'm saying this on the air. Because
I'm a prostate cancer survivor.
Okay. When they do the normal way of checking, the prostate is irritated. Then you go down the hall and you take your blood test for the PSA levels.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's irritated, so the levels are instantly inflated.
Oh.
So now she goes, we're not doing that part today. You're just going to go take the PSA.
That's how they knew. My doctor never did that part.
Oh.
Because it was always a PSA thing. Now, when they viewed it to be an issue, I went to the proctologist or whatever he is. He had to do that.
Oh, okay.
Boy, he liked doing that too much. It was kind of weird.
Huh.
Now, the funny thing is...
No hands?
Yeah, rubbing my shoulders. It's that PSA can really determine it. The great thing about having the prostate cancer and surviving it is that me and my brothers grew up with a guy who is now a physician. Mm-hmm. He's been a physician for a while. And he is the physician of all three of my brothers.
Oh.
He's aware that I had prostate cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So he tells them, I'm doing a thorough examination of your prostate the old-fashioned way because your brother had prostate cancer. I want to make sure you don't.
Oh, man, they've got to be so thankful for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the way he said it with such passion.
He said it exactly that way. He told me.
God.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Wow.
So yesterday,
and you know,
sorry,
your family has prostate cancer. Your family, you have it in your family. Your father has it as we speak.
Yes.
Yeah. So you gotta check it, dude. I know it's uncomfortable, but
yeah.
I'm glad you got physical.
Thank you. Yeah. So I went and did it.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday was a cool day for both of the little ones. Gabe had a what?
These are full-grown
they're
monsters on the field.
They're bigger than all of us, but
Nadia comes in, this petite, gorgeous little thing, and those are the little ones.
She's listening live, by the way. She said, "Hey guys."
Oh, hey, Nadia.
Don't do that to us, Nadia. We miss you already. And just rubbing it in.
She said, "What's up, suckers?" No. So yesterday, Gabe had a visit at UCM.
Oh,
so that Mule Ball, cool. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
How'd that go?
It went good. He had a good time out there, and I think I told you guys sometimes they'll send out these like kind of generic emails for an invite, and then sometimes you'll actually get a DM directly from a coach. Mm-hmm. So Gabe got the DM directly from the coach from UCM. Joseph got the generic email from UCM, but he got the DM directly from the coach from Drake. So while they were at UCM, we went to Drake yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was a busy day. And then poor Gabe had to rush back and get ready for his prom, and he had
saw the pictures. Yeah, that's a handsome couple.
He was sharp, wasn't he?
Man,
I was like, holy shit!
Yeah,
this guy looks good.
He looked really good, man.
But how could you not look good with the mother like that? That gorgeous mother.
Oh,
I don't think I said enough nice things about her last week because I was teasing Nadia. So I'm full on.
You're dimping it.
I'm going to be so much nicer to her now.
So here's a quick little funny story, and then I'll be done. Gabe has been dating this young lady for, I don't know, 6-7 months, maybe even a little bit longer. The first time I saw a picture of her, I go, "Huh, Whitney, she looks a little like you." Like if you
I
just
can
kinda
see that.
I go, she really favors you. And
why would you
like,
say that?
Whitney's like, no, she doesn't. No, Gabe's like, no, she doesn't. So after they posted those pictures last night, she got a slew of comments and said, God, she looks just like you. And I'm like, I told you.
I can see that. Yeah.
She totally looks like her. So
I could see that.
Just a gorgeous young lady. And I actually met her for the first time yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
and she must look
really cool.
absolutely gorgeous at all times.
Jesus Christ.
And beautiful and but the difference between Whitney and this girl, she don't have some slubs next to her. She has
She has
young, handsome guy, Gabe.
So let me brag on Gabe a little bit. We went to Loose Park to take pictures, and it was a little chilly last night, and we were walking across the thing, and Whitney and I are following behind him. Because it's chilly, he takes off his jacket and drapes it over her shoulders.
What?
I'm like,
what a gentleman!
Look at that young man right there.
That's
I was so
awesome.
proud of him. So
It's admirable, and I'm so jealous of cool guys like that I don't know.
It was a very cool, suave, slick move.
Yeah.
Because if it had been a Whitney, I'd be like, should have brought your own damn jacket.
Yeah.
I told you. So, yeah. That was my week.
Well, that's it was a junior prom?
Yes.
Yeah, junior prom.
Yep.
That's exciting. That's so exciting. Not as exciting as the texter who is kind of with us today. He is a man of deep faith, so he's busy. But he does have a question. Dear Past Week tomorrow night, would you agree with the statement that knowledge is power?
Yeah. I would. Yeah. Yep, I agree.
So a lot of people have been wondering what I've been up to. I feel like I had a really eventful week. And it started with a week on Monday. I got my hair cut. So it was kind of a big deal.
And it's still looking good, by the way.
You look sharp.
Thank
Look
you.
like you're headed to prom.
Thank you. I wish, went to Independence Chamber luncheon where
Oh, that sounds delicious.
it was. And I had limited time. I saw the mayor talk about his video extravaganza and how excited we are that we live in Independence. And then the man that was the feature speaker is a guy named Steve McBee.
Is he of the car wash McBee's?
Yeah, and the Joe Millionaire. He's Joe Millionaire.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
Just a handsome guy who runs businesses and stuff. Another guy I just have
You're
to.
just looking at
have to
him
put
with
him-
all of his natural abilities and talents. And
Yeah.
These
Yeah.
people make me sick.
Then visited a place that I know you know
Yeah.
and love very much called Blue River. And
Blue River.
it's a community college, and Chris loves it so very much.
Beautiful, Chris.
Thank you. It's my Andy Williams.
Then I got to go back to Blue River on Thursday, which was cool
What?
because I got to do they do a police simulation where you got the fake guns and the big video screens, and you walk in and you say, "Hold it, police," and you got to shoot the guy when he shoots the gun at you, and it teaches you
Oh, wow.
about what to do.
Did you accidentally shoot all the black people?
Hey, people of color, I'm coming.
Well, it's a police academy training thing. So yeah, I followed exactly what they told me
It's
to
like
do.
the black doctor gets shot. The black doctor gets shot trying to help someone.
I was with
Hey, put that stethoscope down.
So the first one, I go in and I shoot the guy, and then another guy came, and because I had my gun down, that wasn't good. Then after that, I'm just the guns the whole.
So
whole
is
time.
it like wooden people pop out?
No,
or
it's like a video game. It's not a real.
Is it the same concept though? Like
Yes.
with the video game, people jumping out?
Yeah, and it's a film
Oh,
of real life people, but it's a gun that doesn't.
yeah.
But then here comes the next one, and yeah, let's look at your shots. The other guy shot him quickly, and the other guy was doing it with. And I'm like, I'm just gonna stand here and let him shoot. That's what I'd do if I was a cop. Let this guy.
Well, that's how come you were doing the cop simulation thing?
Part of the chamber lead program to learn about that.
I
and
forgot
everything.
yes.
You know, we got to also go to. I meant to tell you this: the Independence Fire Department. Went to Firehouse Station Number 1, and I've never, even all the time I was in public service, never knew about the bunker downstairs.
I know nothing about the bunker.
So they had the bunker. They built the bunker when Truman was president.
So, like, if there was nuclear attacks, he could go down there?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So now they use it as like any type of big crisis that happens, they can use as the command center for safety and all kinds of stuff. You know who runs the Independence Fire Department now?
No.
Your buddy Kurt Stovall.
Oh, yeah, you know what? I did know that. Yeah. He left fighting for the common man, and he became part of the man
right
now.
Yeah, he runs the whole show.
Back to the bunker.
Yes.
Is it specific to like a command center for stuff that happens in Independence, or since it was originally built for much bigger?
They just use it for Independence, the emergency management crisis type thing.
So but like the U.S. government would never come in and like take it over and.
Well, probably. I guess if it was a big enough issue. I mean, they work a lot with the Mid-American Regional Council, which I think Chris was in charge of at one point, weren't you?
I was. I had a seat on the board there for a while. Yeah, for a quick minute.
I just really want to make a movie.
When I said that, you thought that's one of his bullshit stuff.
No, I believed it.
Okay.
Chris is important.
Yeah, he really is. He's kind of a big deal.
People know him.
Yeah. But that's the cooperating quasi-governmental thing that works with all the different regional municipalities, but also with no accountability to voters whatsoever. Chris?
Okay, Paul, I'm going to ask you about something. This just made me think of it. The bunker made me think of when I was on council.
Town council?
One time we went to this huge underground thing that this guy has on 7 Highway in Pink Hill. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I've heard about this.
And nobody knows how many people live. He's got a school underneath there, like his own college.
It's Fallout, isn't it?
It is kind of Fallout. The fascinating thing is he has a car down there. This is where he made all of his money. It's a hydrogen car. Runs completely on hydrogen. And when he made it, the government paid him, I don't know how much, millions and millions, to not ever make another one and not give the plans out. So
of course
he's got this underground bunker.
The government paid him or someone else?
Well, maybe the big three paid him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody paid him to not make any more hydrogen cars. So he's got hydrogen car.
I have questionable on that because it'd have to be a lot of money.
It would have to be a lot of money.
Yeah.
But his underground area is huge. Like it goes back miles. It's so there
That's
is
crazy.
Yeah, and it is right here. But there is a huge underground compound this guy has.
You know, you guys are just adding to the whole Illuminati.
I know.
Theories that are out there. So this dude has a hydrogen car in.
Yeah.
That's like the Tesla guy being murdered for coming up with free electricity.
Yeah. And his land is goes way back, and it's right in front of Monica and Chad McAtee's land. Like it butts up to it, and they hear all kinds of weird stuff back in there and underground and
Chad should try to dig down and come through the backside.
Yeah.
I know he should.
You know what?
He should Shawshank it. Yeah.
He's an industrious person. I could see Chad do that.
I could see him doing that too.
Yeah. And then sell real estate under there.
Oh my gosh, that's a whole new
Fallout,
market
I'm
under
on
there.
I got episode 7 and 8 left of Fallout. So
How are you liking it?
it is
I'm only on
weird.
4.
It is weird.
It is so weird.
Second episode, I was about tapped out because it was too weird, and I didn't understand the time frames till
They were
now.
jumping, weren't they?
Yeah.
I need to get back to it.
Yeah. I loved it.
So, just back to. Can we go back to my week?
Yeah. Oh God,
Sorry.
it's your turn.
Did a home ownership seminar, and it was nice because this nice little couple came in, and he used to work at a place called T-Mobile, but was laid off in
It's weird.
It
September.
was weird.
Was it September?
Never
Was it that
happens.
long ago?
Yes.
And I said, "Well, you must know Boogie." He didn't. Uh,
That's why his ass got laid off.
then just had a great time last night. Went to the Bird Theater. The Bird, they do comedy, all kinds of comedy, but they're improv. You're familiar. You're a part of their troupe, aren't you?
Well, I've taken a lesson there. Me and Chad McAtee and Whitney.
Yeah. Now, I sat there because I was excited to see my daughter Megan, who also happens to be the voice of KCTK
She
Radio,
does,
which
yeah.
she's very modest about. She doesn't seem to brag a lot about that for some reason.
Why doesn't she tell everyone about that all the time?
I don't know. I don't know. But
weird.
she's so she's part of the musical improv
Ooh.
group, and there was 4 groups, troops, whatever that performed. One was made up of, it's a house team, but you had to have 10 years experience to be on there.
Whoa, were the people a little long in the tooth?
They were older people. They were so freaking good at it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I
just
thought you were
their,
about to say they were horrible.
just their setups and like one person starts a scene with, "Well, I'm not unhappy you guys are mad at me." I mean, from an improv thing, that gives you so much to work with.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, just
Yeah.
and it takes a lot to figure that out. Part of that too was I saw some of their advertisements that they do next weekend. They do a happy hour pop-in class.
Mm-hmm.
I sent it to you guys. I got excited. Then I saw them. Then I saw Megan's group, the Parrots of Penzance.
Oh, instead of the pirates. I get it.
Yeah, I guess. And then they were so freaking hilarious. They would start with a premise and then start doing a full musical.
Oh, wow.
One about, we have burdens at the box factory. Megan just starts singing the song that she just made up right there.
Wow.
She was freaking hilarious.
What is she all Wayne Brady all of a sudden?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
It was so amazing and so so they're so talented, so funny, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna go do any type of.
So you backed out.
Just like, are you freaking kidding me? I mean, this is ridiculous.
Well, I tried to do that happy hour thing the first time
Mhm.
Chad and I went down to do the happy hour. There was nobody there. I mean, they were opening up. They're like, "Oh, yeah, I guess we were doing that tonight. If anybody else shows up, we can do it. Sure."
Well,
Wow. So literally nobody was
So
there.
we left and went to a bar and drank instead.
Of course you did.
well, if you guys want to do it again, I'm up for that.
Okay.
I'll go to it and decide if I want to participate. But the happy hour, I will want to participate in. But it just, forget it. They're just sick.
Wow.
Sick how good they were. So that was it. And now I learned something interesting. I want to share 2 things with my conversation with my friend Brent Herrick. Brent has a daughter named Taylor Herrick.
Correct.
Her whole life has been a cheerleader.
Also correct.
For 4 years at Truman High School, they won state championship because of her. I don't know because of her, but she's on the team and she's a flyer, and
Yeah.
she's been on the cheerleading squad for MU for 2 years.
Right.
MU just won their 2nd national championship.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh.
Now, doesn't that make her the most decorated cheerleader
I don't know
there ever has been?
who would be more decorated.
If you got
Maybe
kids,
the Bring It girls.
no. If you got kids that are in competition,
Mm-hmm.
if they won state championship 4 years and then 2 national championships in football, they'd be the best they ever done have been, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so surprised because of who her father is. But he told me something interesting, Chris.
Yeah.
He said that we have someone that listens to us every week who's a mutual friend of his and yours.
Yeah.
A man that goes by the name of Rocky.
Rocky Thompson?
Yes.
No way.
Rocky Thompson.
Love Rocky.
Now, I kind of am excited that Rocky listens to us. But I'm nervous. Because Rocky is, you don't know who we're talking about, do you?
I don't.
He's, first of all, not only the most attractive person that you've ever met, he's heroic. He's the most intelligent man you've ever met. And he's the bravest man you've ever met. He is a fantastic leader. And I'm a Christian, maybe Abraham Lincoln, and then Rocky is who I admire in life.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus, Abe Lincoln, and Rocky.
Mm-hmm. What does he do for a living?
Rocky owns a pool company, and so I believe he installs pools, he cleans pools, they maintain pools,
Repair pools?
Repair pools.
Interesting.
Wait
Interesting.
a minute.
Interesting.
Hold it.
Okay,
Wait a
now
minute.
things are starting.
So Rocky-
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Rocky, I mean,
Tricky motherfucker.
he's a hero.
Uh-huh.
He would help people that, the song I have, hey, and hero will save us. I'm going to say a Rocky will save us.
Huh.
So,
My mind's blown.
okay, all right, I get it, Boogie. You don't understand and you don't know if he could really do this. I guarantee you that he could fix my pool. I know you don't think he could.
What?
But if you say he's not man enough and all this stuff, I'm behind him. Okay?
You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb here and challenge Rocky.
What? You got some nerve.
Challenging Rocky? Stop it.
Rocky, I don't think you are capable of coming to look at Paul's pool that we could all happen to benefit from.
Right. And who would benefit the most?
And fix it.
Oh, yeah, me. Oh, yeah? Well, he can do it, and I
don't think he can. I don't think he can do it.
he can. And I'll put up some money for him to do it. If he would just fix my pool.
Okay, that was good.
Okay.
That was good.
So,
Really good.
So there you go.
I like Rocky a lot, but I don't know that I would have gone on
Dude.
the way Paul did. But now I get where.
Dude,
yeah. Okay. Yeah. No.
What do you
get,
think?
yeah.
What do you think of Rocky?
What?
What do you think of Rocky?
Oh, I love Rocky.
Yes. Why? Because he's the greatest man ever done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
The most handsome, the most heroic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little Jesus is what they call
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. LJ.
So I thought that was interesting. That
Yeah.
I'm sure he's a friend of he was a friend of a friend that became Chris's friend, but now you're friends, and
Yeah.
he enjoys your antics, evidently.
Wow. Yeah. And in fact, when Jane had her first surgery, Rocky and Tracy brought us over dinner one night, and we laughed and had a really nice time.
The most delicious meal you've ever had in your life.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Actually, I believe it was Thai that they brought over.
Oh,
We love us some Thai food.
we do.
Yeah.
Now we were going to have a special guest today, a guy by the name of Jeff Hirsch, who started the Big Dumb Fun Show, which I believe started the podcast rage.
Mhm.
They broadcast on internet, and then they had a couple treasure radio stations, but they were doing their own thing. Him and Aaron Gunnerk, which is a good friend of yours, Chris.
Yeah. Love Aaron.
But he can't make it.
Bummer.
He's too busy.
Well,
Mr. Big Shot.
That
He's got a big job in Raytown now, and he's a big shot. He thinks he's all that and
Whoa.
can't be in our show. You know what? Rocky listens to us. Murph listens to us. We have people that listen to us, Mr. Big Shot.
Yeah.
You can't just dismiss us.
not many, but we have people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see why he sent me a message too. Let's see why he didn't show up.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to believe this big shot jerk's excuse.
Yeah. Wow.
What'd you say?
Oh, okay. I'll read it. Gentlemen, I'm so sorry, but I'm going to have to postpone my guest appearance. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Wow.
Due to my own neglect and my ability to check my calendar. Oh, I guess his people didn't do it for him.
His people.
As I would have realized last year, this is the anniversary of my mother's death last year, and my father and sister have some visits.
Oh, wow. Wow.
He's a good man. And, it's okay that he didn't
make the show.
I take it all back. Take it all back.
Wow.
Thanks.
I don't know how you put that toothpaste back in the tube.
Ooh. My condolences to the Hearst family.
Now you fucked up.
And I'm very sorry. Hey, let's move quickly to the...
I wonder if his dad smoked himself to death the same way that you claim that my mom did.
No.
Yes, Paul always handles the death of parents with kid gloves.
He does.
No, I'm sure he didn't smoke as much as your mom. Guys, have you been watching the news this week?
Some, yeah.
Well, we have a news quiz, and we asked the questions, and I was hoping Jeff could have helped us with this.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get him on again.
Okay.
It's a good thing that he's gone. I'm just joking around, everyone.
Yeah, I'm sure there's not an anniversary of his mom's death every Sunday.
Right. So let's try to answer these questions again.
Sometimes I'm a little ashamed to be a part of this show.
I get it.
Sometimes. Okay, so here we go. Again, Rocky, you'll know all the answers because you know everything.
And we're back to Slate.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're going to go Slate as long as we can. Okay, so
Okay.
here we go. House Republicans sent 2 articles of impeachment against which cabinet member the Senate in a ceremonial walk across the Capitol?
Mayorkas or Marba.
Yeah.
Him.
And what happened, folks, is that it died as soon as it went over there
Mm-hmm.
because it is a political sham. And then the Republicans have claimed that, well, Joe Biden isn't tough on the border and doesn't want to do anything about it. But of course, we know that there was a bipartisan measure to do something about the border that Donald Trump told them to vote against.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what a complete waste of time that they...
Just an incredible... I've seen, multiple Republicans say, we've done nothing that I can run on. We have not done one thing. And there's just no agenda other than political shenanigans.
I don't know if we're going to talk about the funding bill for Ukraine and Israel, but if not, let's talk about that now. So there are some, after they did that, Republican goes, well, what are we going to do till September now? Well, just...
God.
So Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House.
With the black sun.
With the black sun.
Thanks, Boogie.
Just checking.
It is so weird where we are in politics nowadays. He is, I think, a nut job, not qualified to do the job, but he did a great job on this one.
He was actually the voice of reason.
He came through and said we have to fund our allies and help them, including Ukraine. Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is, she talk about deep in the pocket for Putin.
Oh God.
I mean,
yeah.
They just don't want any money to go to Ukraine so Russia can win.
Yes.
And he actually did the right thing and brought that up. It passed with the majority of the House. Obviously, you need that to pass, but it was the majority of the Democrats too. And so they're going to try maybe kick him out. And Trump didn't want him to do it because he still wants the chaos going on. And I hate to do it because I just disagree with him so much fundamentally, but he deserves it. Tip of the hat.
Oh, whoa. He
Tip
got
of the hat.
tip of the hat.
To Mike Johnson.
Wow.
My guess is that his black son talked him into doing the right thing.
Hands up.
Yeah.
Checks out.
Because you know that's the story of America. we do terrible things to a class of people, or not a class of people, but a race of people, and then they're the ones who have to save us. So there we go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pretty much encapsulated it right there. God.
That's American history for you, folks.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was really interesting. What was I going to say about? Oh yeah, they're not going to. So they waste all their time on this. They waste their own time on the fake impeachment. I still think they should impeach Hunter Biden. Just go ahead and do it.
Hey, you've put all this effort
Because
into
these-
it. Why not?
Because
just
these
see
idiot
it through?
MAGAs, they wouldn't know. You would just say we impeach Hunter Biden. They'd be so happy that you did that.
Yeah.
They would have no clue.
They'd be sucking down the liberal tears on
Yep.
social media afterwards.
Also, part of that bill that helps Ukraine is a ban on TikTok. So people are losing their mind over that.
Oh.
And the ban is that TikTok needs to diversify itself from the Chinese control in a year.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
This has been going on for like 2 years now.
yeah, I think that they're going to come up with a way to still get that money. Get that money. God, get that money. And just, have a backdoor secret way that the Chinese government still controls it.
You think that's what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But again, for speeding, you don't want someone to speed. Down Gudgel, you put speed bumps. So maybe they'll still speed. You can't help things. You know where Gudgel is? That's where Chris lives. Okay, let's go to the next question.
Okay.
Bridges in Pittsburgh were closed after 26 barges broke loose and floated uncontrolled down which river?
I did not hear this story.
I didn't either.
I'm going to guess the Allegheny, but I don't know. Son of a...
See, I quickly went to it because I had no idea either.
Yeah.
The Ohio River. No one cares about that. Okay. Which media outlet suspended editor Earl Berliner after he wrote an essay that accused his employer of being too woke?
I think it was NPR, I think.
NPR.
Yeah.
That is the correct answer. But this is wrong. This guy starts criticizing NPR for not having enough diversity in there, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But he works for them. He's worked for them forever. He's part of the diversity. He did it for another news outlet, which is against the contract.
He did what for another news outlet?
Wrote an article.
Oh, okay.
So they suspended him, and he said, no, I'm not going to take suspension. I quit. He set him up.
Oh,
He
okay.
totally set him up.
Okay.
Now, there's nothing more boring than NPR radio.
Oh, I agree.
I like NPR.
Well, I've
You
listened
do?
to this show.
I think
yeah.
I'm old though.
But it's pretty boring, isn't it?
It's calming.
Okay. All right.
I seriously like it.
Okay. I think they don't get everything right, and they do have a leaning towards liberal philosophy, but that's because they're using facts, okay? And for some reason, this whole thing about the media is liberal bias is because it's so much bullshit when you have Fox News and these other outlets lying about things
So the
all the time.
so the truth is boring, and leans left.
Yes, I think that's probably the case.
Yeah.
Also, journalists are probably liberal leaning or because they're educated. And I think the real truth of the matter is that the media is not liberal leaning. It is leaning towards that money. Get that money.
Yeah, got to follow that money.
And this guy, this crocodile tears over this poor guy. Give me a break. Even Bill Maher talk. Oh yeah, we're just too woke. We got rid of this guy. He broke his contract, and anyone else would have done.
Ow.
Anyone else would have got.
I don't like
fired
him
too.
for the way he spells his name.
Right.
Yeah.
Earl. URL.
Yeah.
Come on.
This is
Earl.
America. Okay. We
Spell your
did.
name right.
So we did get that right. Let's make sure we count it. Okay, good. Which Arab nation received 5.6 inches of rain over a 24-hour period, flooding portions of major highways and its international airport?
Wasn't Was it the Arab Emirates? Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, that looked crazy.
Yeah. In the desert, there's no drainage system for water because they never get rain, but they did this time.
They got the equivalent of their entire year's rainfall in like one small window there. And
yeah, but the climate isn't changing very much.
No.
It's perfectly
It's
fine.
fine. It's fine.
And Dubai International Airport, a hub for the long-haul carrier Emirates, is normally the world's second busiest airports.
Mhm.
They had a bunch of people who could help with boats. A lot of the captains or pilots of the boats, but they were all women, and they don't let women drive over there, so they didn't do nothing.
Are you being for real?
No.
Oh, God.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
a joke.
Well, that scared me.
Yeah.
Because women can't drive over there.
Hey, but their heads were dried because they got to keep them covered.
God.
Yeah. I like Chris is always looking on the bright side.
Yes.
Just trying to find that half
He's
full
Mr. Brightside.
perspective.
Okay, so we've got 3 correct.
3 out of 4.
1 wrong.
Yeah, not bad.
And I'll put a little asterisk on there. No one cares about. It means the Ohio River.
Yeah.
It's not the Ohio players, which would be cool.
That would be, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next question. Which is the nickname of the spire on the old stock exchange in Copenhagen, Denmark, that fell into the street below when the building caught on fire during renovations on Tuesday?
Whoa.
Shit.
I have no idea. What can you read those, Paul? I'm gonna
Pigeon spiral.
Okay.
Twisted silver dragon.
Okay, nickname of the old stock exchange in Copenhagen. I don't know.
I'm going with Twisted for no reason at all.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I'll follow Boogie off that cliff. Donald Boogie!
Sorry.
That's all right.
Dragon.
Dragon. Sounds kind of cool.
Well, that was a news quiz. Anticlimactic news quiz. We did not get that every single one of them right. We got 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
I am still pretty happy with it because we did our best, and that's what's important.
Yeah, we should get a participation ribbon.
Right. It's funny you should say that. Talking to my nephew yesterday, he is 35.
Oh, wow.
I forget what we were talking about. He goes, I don't know. I'm part of the generation that you guys all gave participation thanks to, so what do I know?
Go Droosh.
like it's the kid's fault that they get a participation thing.
Right.
Like they're supposed to go, no, I don't want this.
Oh, that's funny. That's good.
So there you go, folks.
Oh,
Any
nice.
other news that came up that we need to?
I don't think so. I'm guessing your big news will probably come up during the next
My big news.
the release of the.
Oh, it's part of pop culture. We'll probably
Okay,
talk about
yeah,
it.
I figured that.
Don't worry. But we're going to take a break now.
Yeah,
I mean,
please.
because it's past week, next week with Chris and Paul starring Boogie introducing the texter. And we'll be right back after these words.
Looking at the past 7 days so you don't have to. You could join in on the experiment by calling or texting us at 913-735-0060.
We've been told that perfect mornings exist for the lucky few. That morning people own the waking hours. But the truth is, mornings belong to all of us. Your mornings are what you make of them. All it takes is saying yes. Starbucks Morning Yes.
Look for Starbucks coffee in a grocery store near you, then sit back and enjoy the exceptional taste of Starbucks at home.
Hi, this is Chickless Goose from Counterclockwise KC. Listen to our program each and every Saturday and Sunday at 7 p.m. right here on KCTK Radio. Personality driven radio.
Hi guys, it's your old friend Paul from KCTK Radio, reminding you again to download the KCTK Radio app. You're listening and you're going, I don't need the app, but you do need the app. Here's why. It's free, okay? You already got Candy Crush, all kinds of jackleg apps on your phone.
It's free.
Yeah, just get it for free. And then if you ever want to participate live sometime, you can put the notification on there. Also, you always can get the podcast on there as soon as they come out. So it's a fun thing to do. I'm asking you, I'm pleading with you, please. You're going to have fun. I've noticed something about you. You need to relax a little bit. You know, you need to kind of chill out.
Get away from TikTok.
Yeah, get away from TikTok for a little bit and listen to the KCTK Radio app. It's free. It will get into your brain and it will never leave you. So join us on the KCTK Radio app and have fun for once in your life. Do it the KCTK podcast way.
I'm excited to tell you about Bronco Blue Cheese Dressing. Blue cheese dressing with a little kick. Bronco Blue is an artisan-made salad dressing dip created in small batches. It is like no other salad dressing you've ever had, and it's made right here in Kansas City. Bronco Blue Cheese Dressing is made by our favorite chef here in Kansas City, Stephanie Broncato. And Stephanie's been making this dressing since she was 10 years old. This is her secret recipe, and one of the only ones she won't share with you because it's that good. Bronco Blue is a small batch artisan-made blue cheese dressing with only the finest ingredients with no preservatives. It is like no other blue cheese dressing you've ever had. And you, folks, should try a jar today. You won't regret it. And you can get it by the pint or half pint, your choice. Bronco Blue Cheese Dressing, the official dressing of KCTK Radio. Now, I want you to go right now to www.broncobluecheesedressing.com. Again, it's www.broncobluecheesedressing.com to place your order today. Get Bronco Blue Cheese Dressing with a little kick, and tell them that Bo, the official Bronco of Bronco Blue Cheese Dressing, sent you.
Welcome back to Past Week Next Week with Chris and Paul, starring Boogie, and introducing the texter.
Yay.
The texter is kind of here, maybe?
I don't know. We just got one little input from the texter.
Hey, we did some hard news, folks, and we were there. We did it, and we did it hard. But the big news of the week, which you guys thought I would talk about first, was showbiz news.
Yeah.
So let's get into that.
Well, here we go. Taylor Swift's surprise double album, The Tortured Poets Department, is daggers wrapped in a lullaby. The Grammy winner first released her highly anticipated 11th studio album on Friday, with the album appearing on Apple Music sometime prior to its scheduled midnight release time. At 2 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Swift's then surprise released an additional 15-song album titled TTPD, The Anthology. The initial 16-track Tortured Poets Department album serves overall as a relaxed and mellow listen on the surface. But if you're paying attention to the lyrics, as most very thorough Swifties do, you'll discover a chaotic and complicated stream of consciousness where Swift works through waves of heartbreak, longing, anger, and self-reflection.
That's accurate, right, Boogie? I think so, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, it was really good. It surprised me.
Yes. And have you listened to any of it, Chris?
I've listened to some, yeah. Jane was listening to it. She
Jane,
said,
your wife?
Yeah. She likes 3 songs on the first album, but it's actually a little dark for her.
I didn't realize it was 2 albums at first, so I haven't fully digested the second one.
Yeah.
But the first one I had on loop for honestly a couple of hours, and there's 3 or 4 standout songs on that one.
There was hints in the online social media Swiftie people saying, there's going to be a double album. Huh. So that was isn't he something else? The texter. The texture pipes in with Travis and Taylor got married last night.
Wow, that's breaking news.
Right.
Holy cow. You heard it here first, folks.
Here's why it's not true. She's not gonna hurt her album rollout weekend with something trivial like a marriage.
God.
So I haven't listened to all of it, all the double albums, but it staggers me how hard that woman works. It staggers me how she can tap into her creativity and just keep going with things. My daughter Megan said it and she even got backlash on social media. It's a little negative. It's a little rough, the whole album. But I'm going to chalk it up to that she wrote the song last year when she was pissed off that she broke up with her boyfriend, and maybe that's not where she is today. You know, a lot of people can be upset and write and create art, and then later it doesn't carry them around.
Isn't that her shtick though?
Yeah.
She's gonna write a song about you?
For example, there's a song called Thank You, Amy. And in the spelling of it, the K in thank is capitalized and the I M and Amy are capitalized. So it's about Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
And my first as a Swiftie is, yeah, Kim, you were mean. And then I'm like, maybe time to get over that.
Maybe maybe be the bigger person.
You're the Time Person of the Year.
Yeah.
But then again, maybe that was when she wrote the song, she felt that way. It was one feeling, you know?
Yeah.
So it is a little dark, and she is, oh my God. There's a song called Black Dog. There's a song called The Smallest Man in the World.
Yeah, we were listening to that one last night. Yeah.
She, I'm afraid of her. I'm deeply afraid. Isn't that what I texted you?
Yeah, I'm deeply afraid of Taylor
Yes,
Swift.
I'm scared of her.
Should be.
But I tell you what I like about the whole thing is we have so few things that we all do together. It used to be we would watch MASH or watch Seinfeld and talk about it later. Or, you know, all of our media is so disjointed.
Yeah.
You can talk about Fallout. People are not going to know what you're talking about. Right. But this is a thing somehow has risen to the level where everyone listens to Boogie, listens to Taylor Swift. I mean,
yeah, like 30 minutes in, I'm going back and forth texting with Paul like 2 13-year-old girls, and I'm like, holy shit, am I becoming a Swiftie? Like,
and the same thing with Beyonce. I mean, her thing did the same thing where it was everyone listened to it.
Yeah, and
that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, I think.
Yeah.
So,
I went and saw Dune yesterday.
Okay.
There were quite a few people in the movie theater. You just don't have those events anymore.
Right.
We're just not all together experiencing
and somehow
something.
this and the Beyonce has risen to that level.
Yeah.
I'm not a Beyonce fan. I really don't like. I don't know. It's not that I don't like Beyonce. It's just, I guess, not my cup of tea. I listened to the whole album because it was part of a thing that it was just part of
it was a thing.
The zeitgeist.
Right.
Yeah. So there you go, Taylor. Taylor, please, if you're carrying around all these really rough emotions, get over it. Okay, you've done well. Okay.
I think she's doing okay for herself.
She's doing okay.
Seems to be. I heard Pat McAfee talking about her. A couple of interesting things. He said,
he's interesting because he's like sometimes makes sense, sometimes he's a complete douche.
Well, he was talking about what a workhorse she is. He goes, think about this double album. He has written while she's touring and selling out arenas, while she's also flying all over to see football games and having a new romance. He goes, grade A talent, amazing work ethic. He goes, and the reason it works with Travis is because he's the same person. Grade A talent, incredible work ethic. He goes, but here's why I think they really work. He goes, Travis, top-notch guy, top of his game, but he's never the biggest player in the room. Because of the position he plays, he's always in the shadow. He goes, and that's the way it is with Taylor. He's going to be second fiddle, but he can handle that
Wow.
because he goes, I know a lot of men, and men that she's dated probably couldn't handle that. And so it made it rough. He goes, that's why I think this is really going to work.
Don't you think that, Chris, I'm interested in your answer on this. I'd like to know the texter, because he had, but really, Boogie, this is a question for you as a father of football players. Football is the sport that teaches teamwork nowadays. I used to think it was basketball, but I don't think basketball, you can be one good player and dominate. That's why I don't like basketball.
Yeah.
Because of the energy and the excitement, I turned on the LSU Iowa game.
Yeah.
When it was the women's tournament, and I realized I hate women's basketball. Oh, that's right, because I hate basketball.
Oh, so it's not just the women.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with women.
And essentially, you turned it on, and it was Caitlin Clark against Angel. It was
That's
the
right.
two superstars, and that's all it was.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas it's not that way. It can't be that way with football.
And I would like to. I have a belief, and I could be wrong. I feel like I smash myself in the head every time I try to have this philosophy in working with people, is that we're going to do better when we're in a teamwork together. You know, It's never worked ever in the history of my time.
Yeah.
But Travis knows for him to be successful, he has to be part of the team, and he can, be great at what he does and be the best tight end there ever has been.
Right.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Can I say something else? An observation about the women's sports. Caitlin Clark gets drafted. Everyone starts going apeshit that she doesn't get paid as much as a man, but she also just got the more money than I think any current NBA player when it comes to a Nike deal.
Yeah, I don't remember what the number is. I know it's
28
huge.
million or something.
Okay,
like
yeah.
that.
Wow.
So we've made a lot of progress. The WNBA will grow, and she will get paid more money. So everyone just kind of relax there. Yes, I get it. Just it's not going to have. They're not.
Well, they're not making the money the NBA
That's
does.
right.
So,
That's right.
Yeah.
And they haven't got paid as much.
Yeah.
All at the same time.
Yeah, we can't gloss over the fact that historically women continue to be paid less for doing equivalent work.
We talk a lot about daughters, and we have young women who are growing through this generation. And if you don't like that type of talk, this is not the show for you. So it's exciting that women's sport is getting so much recognition with the basketball and then with soccer here in Kansas City. And men are so fucking stupid with their sports. Spend too much time, too much energy. Gambling is reckless. It just, come on, women, don't be this stupid.
Be smarter than us.
Don't be. I mean, we want equality of choices. Don't be as dumb as us. Okay, just please.
They won't. Yeah,
you promise?
I hope.
God, I hope so.
Yeah.
So anyway, where was Taylor Swift? Oh, okay. I want to say this too. A hot take that people won't like.
Uh-oh.
I don't like Post Malone. He sounds generic.
Whoa.
He doesn't sound like a signature voice. Not a fan.
I'm going to say this. I don't like Karl Malone.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. There you go.
Chris, the man just passed away. Come on.
Yeah.
Too soon.
Did he just pass away?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, God. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Now I feel
It
bad.
was 2-3 weeks ago.
Okay.
Way to go.
Well, I don't like Jenna Malone.
That'll show her.
That'll show her.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I mean,
think Post Malone has a very unique voice.
I don't.
Here's the thing.
It's always a background like that. And he's all, oh, look at me, I'm edgy. I got face tattoos, and he sings the wussiest songs they're ever done.
Here's the thing. Post Malone actually has a very good voice, and I wish that he would not do the auto-tune thing.
Thank you.
And I'm being dead serious. I wish he would actually put out a country album.
Okay.
Really?
A country album or a full-on rock album. Like, get away from the hip-hop, like...
What if he and Jelly Roll do an album together, and they become like the country insane clown posse. How cool would that be?
Oh my God. The insane clown, the insane rodeo clown.
Oh, the insane rodeo clowns.
Oh my God! If you're listening, Jelly Roll and/or Post Malone,
you know what? Let's give them an idea. Let's give it to them.
I'm sure it'll make its way to.
So, okay, you know what? I'm going to try to be more. I'm going to be more boogie like, and that's why I don't like him. But guess what? I'll be a little more generous and follow that advice, Post. And what's that? He eats cereal his whole life, so they call him Post. What the hell?
I don't know why his name's Post.
I think his dad owned a fence company.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
All right. So
I thought it was an afterthought.
Yeah. So I hope Taylor's happy. I guess they got married last night, and I hope they're doing okay. And just all this really scary, very upset, tortured. There's a line in the tortured. Tortured Poets Department song. Oh man, what's the name of the guy? We're modern idiots. It's like I'll have to think of it. You're no Dylan Thomas. You're no Dylan Thomas, and I'm no Patti Smith.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Dylan Thomas, the tortured poet. Patti Smith, the tortured pop star, or in the 70s.
I didn't know she was tortured. Yeah.
So you're no Dylan Thomas. I'm no Patti Smith. We're just a couple modern idiots.
Oh.
And I was like, wow, that's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty goddamn good.
It's a good line.
All right. Back to me, Chris.
Okay. Paul?
Nick Offerman once spent a night in jail after being mistaken for a robber. During a guest appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live to promote his new film, Civil War, Offerman told a story from years ago. He said his parents didn't know. Some friends and I can now say in California, we were smoking marijuana out behind the community theater late one night. He said, and some flashlights came across the creek where we were hanging out, and we realized it was the police. We began to tiptoe away, and they gave chase, and we wisely ran. So that's Nick Offerman. Do you know about this movie, Civil War?
I do. I'm interested to watch it.
So I know some people don't like reviews before they go into a movie. I'm completely opposite.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what's going on.
Uh-huh.
And I guess one of the things is there's a civil war where Texas and California, but they never really say why they teamed up.
Mm-hmm.
That would bug me the whole movie. I gotta know what it is.
Wow.
I keep seeing headlines, which I don't care enough to go into and read, that I don't know if somebody picked something up from the movie or if it's some schmuck with a podcast who's decided they figured it out. But it's like the reason why it's California and Texas. Like they have the answer. Again, I don't know. I never took the time to go look at it.
Oh, okay.
It sounds like a terrible movie to me.
The
reviews I'm hearing are not good, but
I hear it's getting really good reviews.
Yeah, I heard the same thing. Good reviews.
I like the original when Iron Man was mad at Captain America.
Yes. What I've heard about this one is it's maddening for some people because they don't take a side with it. It's more almost like watching a documentary or something, because there's not a viewpoint of, this side is correct and this side isn't.
I like that.
When you guys watch it and come?
Sure.
I'm open to maybe being wrong. What I hear.
Yeah.
If it's a rockumentary, it'd be even better.
Well, I wish.
Yeah. This is interesting news that you have next, because you just evidently got married last night.
Yeah, just got married. Yeah. Newly married Travis Kelce picked to host Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity? Travis Kelce's returning to the small screen, but not on the field. The professional football player and Super Bowl champ has been selected to host Prime Video's Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity game show, the streamer announced on Tuesday. I grew up loving game shows, and I'm excited to be following in the footsteps of so many TV icons by hosting my very first one with Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity, Kelce said in a statement.
What the fuck, man? What is this?
What? You don't like it?
Who's the celebrities is the first question. Because I'm not smarter than Steve Martin. Okay, I'm perfectly fine with that.
My guess is you're going to be getting people the equivalent of Dancing with the Stars. It's going to be that level of
Okay,
star.
I question the word celebrity then.
That's fair. It's fair. Did you guys see Travis when he graduated? He and his brother got to walk
What was
across the
that?
stage, and then he slammed a beer on stage. It's like, maybe pull back from the frat boy stuff just a little bit.
Yeah, just at least on your
point.
graduation.
Yeah.
Maybe get off the stage and slam a beer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, good for Travis. I think they've got to be very careful with how much exposure they give him.
I think so too, but what's this about? Sounds so stupid to me.
I don't know.
So what's the premise of the show?
Well, it's got to be like the old Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader with
Okay.
Jeff Foxworthy. So I'm guessing.
I think so.
So instead of the kid, it's a celebrity, and you're going against a celebrity with questions.
What they do is they get the Slate News quiz and they ask the 5 questions.
Oh, okay.
And the idiots don't know all.
Yeah, right.
Because they're too
that
stupid.
exposes
morons.
a few dumbasses.
I'm trying to think. Celebrities are like smart, aren't they? For the most part, I know there's
many
a lot
of them
dummies.
that I've seen on Celebrity Jeopardy are very smart.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you think of a celebrity that you're smarter than? Oh, sorry. I don't really...
Yeah, that's a good question.
I feel like I'm smarter than Nick Swartzen.
Oh, yeah, Nick Swartzen.
Yeah, I feel like
can
I'm
see
smarter
that.
than him.
Benji, maybe?
Who?
Benji, the dog from the movies in the
Oh,
70s.
ew, I don't know about
There's no
that.
possible way you're smarter than Benji.
Yeah.
He's the smartest dog there ever has
I
been.
don't know. Corky from Life Goes... I don't
No,
know.
no.
Yeah, I don't think I could beat anyone. Man.
The only celebrity I can think of that I think I'm smarter than is the leading candidate for president of the United States.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Well, it's going to be... I'm excited to see how he does. Love Travis.
I'll throw it. I wanted to ask you about this too. Remind me of rappers, but Kanye.
Yeah.
He's a nut. He's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably genius level
Yes.
smart.
I think he actually is.
Yeah.
But he's a nut. Yeah, right. But he's a nut.
But he's a nut. And I think it's Yee now, by the way.
Speaking of that, you went and saw Drake. How was he doing? When you didn't mention that.
Yeah. We didn't go see Drake. We went to Drake University.
Okay.
But you're smarter than a celebrity.
I'm not, though. That's my point.
Did you see my friend Darren up at Drake? He is the women's volleyball coach up there.
I did not.
Okay. Well, tell him hi next time.
Sure.
Okay.
I ran
Anyway.
up there. I'll look him up.
I only wish the best for Travis.
Sure.
I really do.
Yeah.
I find him engaging personality.
I think
I
he's
will
fun.
watch this program.
Oh, yeah. I absolutely will.
And I hope that his personality can turn it around. And
So do you think he'd be best moving forward outside of this show? Do you think he'd be best
outside of
moving
our
forward?
show?
Yes.
Okay.
And his celebrity show.
Yeah.
Just doing a commentary or full on acting? Like I just totally see him
Such
as
a good question. So I have to.
I totally see him as like a Channing Tatum kind of actor.
Mm-hmm. After I saw him on Saturday Night Live, I thought, oh, this guy could actually be an actor.
Yeah,
Like, I think he legitimately...
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like commentary or just go full on acting.
How about you seen Gary Beretti or Gary Gigetti or whatever the one that the wrestler was in?
The
Where
wrestler.
they have a fake friend and then you told me about it. I watched it. They have a fake friend and then they hire this out of work actor to come.
Oh, yeah, Ricky Stanicki.
Ricky Stanicki.
Yes,
Gary
not Gary
Beretti.
Gaetti.
Yeah. Couldn't you see Travis be that?
Totally.
Yeah.
Yes. And, you know, I could see... I loved when Baker Mayfield did commercials. I thought he was a great actor.
He was funny.
I'd love to see a Travis Kelce, Baker Mayfield buddy cop movie or something like that. Yeah.
He would be a buddy cop movie.
He'd
would
be
perfect
great for a buddy cop.
Perfect.
And he would be...
But it'd have to have 80s music in it.
Oh, God,
Just to
yes.
sweeten the...
Oh, God. Him and his brother could do a buddy cop movie
Totally.
together.
I think you got to have a real star in there too.
Someone
Jason
carry him
Sudeikis
along.
and him be buddy cops.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
One, you know, or he just any movie he could be just
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd and him would
If
be
he grabbed the
perfect.
Kansas City guy.
Yeah, that's the
Sudeikis,
answer.
Paul
And
Rudd.
Sudeikis,
Justin Long.
all three of those guys.
Yeah.
But he could just any movie just do a small part and then build.
Well, he was
You know?
actually in that series with Tim Heidecker and oh my God, they're what was it called? Moonbase 9. They're
that's right.
preparing for a moon landing.
Mm-hmm.
He dies in the first episode.
Yes.
But he was actually pretty
He
good.
should do
in
more
it.
and more of those things.
Yeah. Yeah. Just have
Have
a
a game show host.
small little part. Hey, good for him, but I do worry about overexposure of people going, "Oh my God." Especially if he keeps slamming beers and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's my old man Whiting take.
All right, back to
Paul.
me, Chris. Speaking of a celebrity, there's no possible way that I could even compete with him.
Yeah.
He's so smart. Colin Jost names one celebrity who is great at hosting Saturday Night Live. Colin Jost, who has worked at Saturday Night Live for almost 2 decades, has seen a lot of guest hosts visit the comedy show and has some thoughts on who does the best. The Weekend Update anchor dropped some names. You don't have the story in front of you. Who do you think, Boogie? He's an actor, a
Who
famous.
Colin Jost thinks is
a great host. Yeah, but he's known mostly for his acting.
Give me one hint.
Star Wars. Star Wars. New Star Wars. New Star Wars.
New Star. Okay, so I'm gonna jump to either. God, I can't think of either of his name. The tall guy.
That's it.
Off of
Adam Driver.
Adam Driver.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
There you
Yep.
go. Good
I
job.
knew you would get it because you've never missed a question.
Ever.
Adam Driver is especially good at the table read. Jost revealed Driver has been an SNL guest host 4 times. Wow. He makes a choice for all pieces, an interesting choice, in the same way Will Ferrell does. Jost added, saying of Ferrell, obviously he knows in a whole other way. So Adam Driver just got compared with hosting Saturday Night Live with Will Ferrell.
Yeah. Wow.
It's impressive.
That's pretty damn good.
Adam Driver's great in everything he does.
He really is.
Yeah.
I'm slow to
Which, ironically, that
Come to.
movie with him and Jost's wife was really good. I think that was Scarlett
Oh,
Johansson.
right. Yes.
Where they
Where they
getting
were
divorced.
divorcing.
Oh man, that was a
tough one. Yeah.
Ooh, that
really
was-
good. But
that was
yeah.
tough.
that was a rough one, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's showbiz. Any other showbiz news? Oh, we want to talk about Fallout, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Fallout.
So following
show.
your advice, I've watched Fallout. It's on Prime Video, based on a video game about basically post-nuclear war.
Malone. Oh,
Yes.
But it's weird because I can't figure out the timeline too good, and they were kind of stuck in the 50s.
Yeah, it was almost like early '60s America was when the bombs
But
were
it
dropped.
wasn't. It was dropped in the 70s, but they just were
Yeah,
stuck
but-
there.
Yeah, but it looks and feels
Yes.
like it.
It's like
stopped.
society stopped at that point.
Yeah.
No Beatles, nothing like that.
Right.
And it is weird.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is
It's
weird.
fun. It's fun. It's a fun romp.
The person or the character that I like the best is a terrible, terrible human. I don't even know if he's human anymore. He's a terrible, terrible, terrible.
He's a ghoul.
He's a ghoul.
Yeah. You know what though? I think you're going to find there's little shreds of humanity left.
He used the one girl as bait for a monster.
That was awesome.
That
by
was
the way.
terrible.
That was
That was
pretty
awesome.
cool. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not torturing you.
I was wondering if they were gonna come back around to him because he was such a good person before
Yes.
everything
Yeah.
went to shit.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if they were gonna pull that back out.
So you've
eventually.
seen all the episodes?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have. And let's just say when it ends, I mean, it is totally set up for the next season.
cool.
So it's
Oh, okay.
definitely coming. But yeah.
Yeah,
It's fun, man.
it's interesting, and it's a. I watched the first one, liked it. Watched the second one, said, I don't understand any of this. I don't get it.
Old man out.
And so I text my nephew told me to watch it. Said just watch the next one. So I did, and okay, I'm back into it.
Yeah.
It's just weird. Isn't
It's
it?
weird, man.
My biggest complaint with it is how the tone of it jumps around so much. It's
Yes.
it's kind of serious at sometimes, and then it gets really sci-fi at sometimes, and then it just gets really
Very-
campy at other times.
but
and
gory too.
then it can
Gory.
get very gory, and I'm like, pick a lane.
Well,
pick a lane.
that's kind of how the video game it's based off of is like really campy
Well.
parts and then very scary parts.
Okay.
And
Then my nephew, everyone knows him, Jack, who's all up in your face.
always.
Mhm.
Well, you need to play the video game so you understand. I don't got time for the shit. I'm trying to watch a show. I can do research on with a video game.
Yeah.
And then I said, well, you know what? I looked on Amazon, saw that one of the games, there's different versions of it, different, what do you call it?
Releases
or different, whatever it is. One I can get for $19.99.
Oh, that's a good price.
Well, you probably don't have a computer that could run that.
I'm out.
Kids.
Yeah.
Kids.
He's the same kid that his grandparents needed a computer.
Mm-hmm.
And so he worked at Best Buy. So they go up there and go, well, we'll buy it from our grandson. An Apple, just state of the art
Oh,
computer
boy.
he got. And, she doesn't even know how to turn the damn thing on. So had to return it and get
a Commodore VIC-20
right.
Get an Acer
Right.
Acer 100.
with a cassette drive.
Yeah, which she still can't do.
God.
So, okay, sure, we have opinions on this, but the texture has even more.
Oh, the
and
textures come
more
back.
important.
There
He
is.
says he spent the night in jail last Tuesday. That can't be true, is it?
That checks
I
out.
believe that.
I live in Kansas precisely because it is a free state. That's
Oh,
nice.
okay.
Dear next week, last week, did you hear the one about the rabbi, the priest, and Raquel Welch?
Never did hear that one.
Wait, Jerry.
What?
Wait, Jerry. Wait. He tells the priest that.
Oh, he does?
I think the punchline is something like those aren't buoys.
Huh. Okay.
Something like that, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Darren went away for a long time, dropping a huge ball of oil on the person. It's true.
Yeah.
I'm not offended because I'm Jewish. I'm offended because I'm a comedian. I started in a cop show that only made it to the pilot stage of development.
What
Oh,
was it called? Fox Force 5?
yes. Is it Fox Force 5 that what Marcel Wallace's wife was in?
It sure was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That movie was in the 90s. What do you get? What gives, Whiting?
Dude, I don't know. Look at me
Okay.
progressing.
Here's a question specifically for our very own Boogie Nights. Dear Boogie Nights, have you ever been to the restaurant on Main Street, Cafe Trio? If you have, then you can testify of its deliciousness.
I have not. I'm sorry.
So you can't testify.
I can't.
It's very good.
All right. Yeah, it is. It's yummy.
Okay.
We should go there sometime.
Yeah.
All right.
If we're not going to Pickle Janet's.
Detroit Donnas. Here we come.
Did you know what? That's not even a food name whatsoever. Did you know an interesting fact about Adam Driver? Yes. He does not know, he does not know how to drive a motor car.
Oh, a motor
Strange
car.
that his name is Driver and he doesn't not a driver.
That is.
Huh. I don't know whether to believe that or not.
The video game is also based on private parts.
I don't think it is.
Is that like
Fallout? Does he have issues?
on his own on his
Falling out
private
of-
parts?
It
The
must be.
movie private parts?
Yeah,
Howard Stern?
I don't know.
Hey, before we move on from this part, we're
Yeah,
talking
I
about
know.
movies.
How can we move on from this? Interesting.
Have you guys seen the trailer for the new M. Night movie?
No.
Yes. Jane and I just watched
Doesn't that
it.
look amazing?
That looks really cool.
God, I'm like, okay, the old M. Night is back.
I'm like, wait, he just put a twist in the trailer.
Yeah.
Holy
Like,
cow.
wow.
Yes.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
what's
excited.
the premise of it?
It's called Trap.
Yeah.
And so it's Josh. Which one of the Joshes is it?
I don't remember his last name.
One of the Joshes.
Yeah.
Actor. And he's going to this like
One
big
of the Joshes.
one of the
Actor.
Joshes. He's going to this huge concert with his daughter, and the character feels very Lady Gaga-esque.
Lady Raven, I think is her name.
Which, by the way, I'm 90% sure that's M. Night's daughter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Playing the character,
Yeah.
the musician. Anyway.
If you were to run into him, would you call him M?
Sup,
call him
M?
Knight?
I
or
call him
M. Knight?
Sup, M? That's what I say.
All right. What would I say to him, you think?
Hello, Mr. Night Shyamalan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what you would say?
I don't know. I wouldn't call him whatever he wants to be called.
Oh,
That's fair.
Politely ask him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. I love this show. So he's going to this concert, and it's a daddy-daughter kind of thing, and it's all cool and stuff. So he gets there, and then they're like, I don't know, 6 rows from the front, just great seats, and he's like, man, I got to go to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, it happens.
So he turns
I've
to
had go
his
the bathroom
daughter,
before.
and she looks like she's 12,
12-ish,
maybe?
yeah.
Pretty young.
She's so excited.
She's so excited, and he's like, hey, I got to go to the bathroom. Will you be okay? She's like, I'm fine. And he's like, man, I don't know. Are you sure? She's like, I promise I'm going to be. So as the viewer, you're thinking, shit's going to happen while he's gone to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
So he's up, and he's noticing like this huge police presence. And as the viewer, we're seeing like the stadium being surrounded by SWAT team. And it's like, what's going on? So inside, so he goes over to this guy who's like a vendor,
merch salesman,
guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, what's going on with all the cops? And the dude's like, man, don't say anything. You can get me in trouble. But the cops have heard that the butcher the butcher is going to be here tonight. I guess it's like the serial killer that everybody knows about.
Oh, I was thinking like someone giving out delicious steaks.
Free meat at the concert. The butcher's going to be here, and like this whole concert was a trap for the butcher, hence the term trap. So you're thinking, holy shit, this poor guy, he's freaking out. The butcher's in the building, his daughter's by herself. Then the next scene, you see him in the bathroom in a stall, and it's like, why didn't you run back to your daughter? He's checking his phone. He had to piss really bad.
Yeah.
He pulls up his phone. He's looking at his phone, and you see this like Asian dude all tied up. He's checking his cameras at home. He's the fucking butcher.
And he's taking his daughter to the
And
concert.
he's taking his daughter
getting all
to
these daddy points.
So now,
Josh,
the big twist is he's the guy. So I'm assuming maybe it's from his perspective, like, holy shit, they're on to me.
Oh my gosh, Josh, how could you?
I know.
I know one of the Joshes.
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Why one of the Joshes?
Why one particular Josh?
Oh my God! And this is heartbreaking. The texter just said, "Spoiler alert about the M. Night movie. He's dead."
Oh.
So not only is he the butcher, but he's also
dead.
Doesn't even know it.
That
Damn
adds
it.
up.
Wow, that sounds very Sixth Sense.
I have to check that out.
Yeah.
Go check it out.
And we're all caught up from last week. We missed Jeff, and
We did miss Jeff.
We'll get him some other time. But let's get you ready for the next week with some headlines and predictions. Let's do that, Chris.
Okay, let me find mine here. And folks, again, just a little reminder, this is where Paul and I take actual news stories, ripped straight from the headlines, and then we write our own punchlines to them. So, anyway, I'll give you an example right now. Israel has carried out a military strike on Iran, a move that threatens to further escalate tensions in the Middle East. Israel has not commented, and Iran has not identified the source of the attack. Iranian media reported that sites associated with Iran's nuclear program were secure and published footage of calm scenes in the areas where explosions were reported. Israel had for days waited its response to Iran's unprecedented weekend strikes, and most of which were intercepted. American conservatives are calling for a quick and decisive military response, while those on the left are recommending a strongly worded email. Paul?
Thanks, Chris.
Sure.
The full 12-person jury has been seated in former President Donald Trump's hush money criminal trial. The panel, which will eventually decide Trump's fate in the case, comprises of 7 men and 5 women. If jury selection wraps up quickly, the judge will hold a hearing where they will discuss what is Trump's legal history can be used to impeach him if he chooses to testify, but only because there's not enough time to outline all the bad things he's done in the past 8 years. Chris?
Thanks, Paul. Polls open for the first phase of India's marathon general election, kicking off a vote in which Prime Minister Narendra Modi is seeking to win a rare third consecutive term. An estimated 969 million people are eligible to vote in what is considered to be one of the country's most consequential elections in decades, as Modi's right-wing party aims for an outright majority and a mandate to widen its development and Hindu nationalist policies established during its 10-year rules. This sounds promising, for as we all know, religious-sponsored governments always take care of the most vulnerable. Paul?
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
Republicans have added a hot-button bill to the funding package that could lead to a nationwide TikTok ban. House lawmakers passed a bill in March that aimed to remove the platform from U.S. app stores, but has become bogged down in the Senate. Included in the aid package, House Republicans hope to force the Senate to quick vote on the measure supporters say is necessary to protect Americans' personal data from the Chinese government. Opponents, including TikTok and a range of civil society groups, have argued the bill risks violating TikTok users' First Amendment rights. The GOP says the youth shouldn't be doing something that helps a foreign government. Unless you're a congressman and the foreign government is Russia.
Ooh,
yes. Chris?
Yeah, thanks. Hey, Paul, thank you. McDonald's restaurants in the Netherlands have debuted a revolutionary way to attract business by launching the world's first billboard that smells like the food they serve. When pedestrians come within 15 feet of them, they're greeted by the distinctive scent of McDonald's fries. To capture the smell, an employee installs a tray of fries into the billboard, which relies on ventilators to suck and diffuse the scent. Interestingly, my proctologist tried a similar approach last year with less than stellar results. Paul?
Ouch.
Thank you, Chris.
It's gross.
And finally.
Oh, finally.
Police in Scotland said a reported armed man in a train station turned out to be a Star Wars cosplayer on his way to a comic book convention. The man was dressed as a stormtrooper costume with a kilt when he boarded a train station. The train returned to the station shortly afterwards, and the man was approached by a guard who escorted him to awaiting police. That's when he explained to the cops that his blaster was a plastic prop. Police took him to home so he could get a bag for the blaster. So he wouldn't alarm train passengers again. And he was asked not to wear his stormtrooper armor on the train. Since the incident, the man has decided to move to the U.S., where he can cosplay as a full-time cowboy with a real gun and then get elected as a GOP congressman.
Well done. Well done.
That's good.
Hey, guys.
Yeah?
We did it. And I forgot to play something for you that this is mostly for, I don't know, you seem to give me trouble too, but you're reading the things. I'm not always exactly, I stumble over words.
Sometimes.
And yeah, this is for you.
For me?
Listen to this.
That's going to be good.
Mm-hmm. If we can get it playing.
Oh, look. It's playing like it's supposed to.
Uh-huh.
Irony, folks.
Improv.
Just this week it was reported that an illegal and you just look at this, what's happening. Just this week it was reported that an illegal and you just look at this, what's happening.
So do you think I should run for president?
This is your brain on drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
You'd be awesome at it.
Yeah.
You'd be better
Based
than...
on...
It's not disqualifying that I can't say
Absolutely
words
not.
exactly correct.
Yeah.
And I also know history a little bit. I don't know if you
Where
guys...
our union was saved by the immortal heroes at Gettysburg. Gettysburg, what an unbelievable battle that was. The Battle of Gettysburg, what an unbelievable... I mean, it was so much and so interesting and so vicious and horrible and so beautiful in so many different ways. It represented such a big portion of the success of this country. Gettysburg, wow. I go to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania to look and to watch. And the statement of Robert E. Lee, who's no longer in favor. Did you ever notice that? No longer in favor. Never fight uphill, me boys. Never fight uphill. They were fighting uphill. He said, wow, that was a big mistake. He lost his great general.
Wow.
And they were fighting. Never fight uphill, me boys. But it was too late.
Is that? Oh, okay.
Unedited. That was exactly what the guy said at Gettysburg. The Republican nominee.
That was real?
When the first Republican said maybe the most famous and heart-touching speech in the history of time at the Gettysburg, the worst battle where Americans died, and
but beautiful in many ways.
Beautiful in many ways.
Let's not forget that.
Just like there was good people on both sides.
Yes.
So could you just maybe give me a break with?
I will.
I struggle a bit.
You may run for president on us someday.
Yeah.
Oh, we could be in the cabinet.
Ooh.
Ambassador Boogie.
How awesome would that be?
Dude, you could be the ambassador to Funk Nation. That would be so badass.
The texter's with us again.
Oh, good.
He has some
texter.
things. Did you know that Jeff Hurst is related to Jeff Goldblum?
I, again, don't believe that
I
one's
didn't know
true
that.
either.
Indian is the most populous country. That's good
That
to
is
know.
true. Yeah.
Dear next page, stage left. Is Malbec or Merlot better?
I prefer Merlot.
I don't know what Malbec is.
It's just another red wine.
Oh, I'm gonna go Merlot because
I'm gonna go Merlot because I don't know either.
I've never heard of Malbec.
So what do you guys got going on for next week?
Woo! I got nothing going on. I'm working. Yeah, I believe Jane will be going back to work this week, so it's going to kind of be getting back to normal a little bit.
Yeah,
so,
good for her. Is she excited about that?
I think so. Yeah. In typical Jane fashion, if you're listening, honey, please don't take offense, but she probably hasn't rested as much as she should have over the last couple. And it's not
of the walking trails and the Thai food.
Well, and also, I mean, there's just been a lot going on, so there's stuff that she's just had to do, but she's doing well and on the mend, and she did have one day that she just spent the entire day in bed, and I wish she had had 2 or 3 days like that.
Yeah,
but,
okay,
God love her.
Well, good for her.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Wow, another exciting week with Chris. That
Nothing.
great.
Yeah.
Now I know you're going to. I know big thing you didn't mention is that you're about the big event at the Independence Chamber after hours thing at the your favorite credit union, United Consumers Credit Union.
Oh yeah, I didn't mention
Thursday.
that. Is that happening?
Starts at 4:30. Everyone's invited.
Oh, okay.
And you have a board meeting there.
Yeah, I'll have a board meeting Thursday, so I can come by.
and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, well, I'll do that. I'll come by and say, hey.
Boogie, you have a week coming up. What is it? What's it about? What's it all about?
I got nothing really either. I'm just loaded at work.
Really?
I'm tired,
drunk,
exhausted.
or
that because of work.
Okay.
I don't know what day it is, but remember we did a random song Friday, and somebody put up one of the Alabama Shake songs.
Yeah.
And then we kind of started talking about Brittany Howard, the lead
Right.
singer. She's in town this week, so
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Of and I are going to see her.
Nice.
Where's she playing?
Yeah, what venue?
I have no clue.
Okay.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, I was told that I'm going. So
If
I'm actually the Brittany Howard fan. So when she brought it up, I was like, yes, get tickets, please.
Well, I want to see if it's the Truman, Molly might be there,
Oh,
taking photos and stuff.
cool. I'll look for her. So that, and I think that's probably, next Saturday, Joseph has a big combine in town, and
Who does that?
that's about it. This one is put on its organization called the Kansas City Varsity Combine.
Oh, cool.
And so they gather up, a bunch of schools to come and it's put on a big
That's
combine.
exciting.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
How's the recovery of the injury of last year?
He's I don't even know if I told you guys. He recovered from what actually happened in football. Begged if he could play rec basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Plays, bruises his heel.
Oh no!
And I
when I heard he's playing basketball, I said it. Please look through the tapes. They're not tapes anymore; they're audio versions. But please look through them all.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one of them.
Yeah. So he's finally fully recovered from that, and it happened to be the same foot as the football injury.
Oh my gosh!
So he's good.
Maybe not bring it up at the combine. Just
don't bring up the injuries.
just don't bring up that injury.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Well, that's exciting. I got a week, and I mentioned the big event on Thursday, but there's also a big event, Chris, I know you're excited about. Everyone's invited. It's the United Consumer Credit Union Member Community Appreciation Event next Saturday. It'll be held at the City House.
Oh.
And it should be a lot of fun. Do you have
Was that already a year ago that happened last?
Mm-hmm.
Man alive, time is going by so quickly.
It sure is.
Yeah.
It sure is. So, so that's my week. Let's see what the Texter has going for him. It's not just another red is the best motherfucker. That someone was me.
Okay. Oh.
Do you pay union dues at United Consumer Credit Union? No, I sure don't because I'm a member.
Oh.
But that's great. Anything else, guys?
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, not a
Could
damn
you take
thing.
a little longer to do that?
I just wanted to make sure.
So let's just go ahead. I had a song on my list, but it's a different song. I found a better one I think that we can do.
I like the one that was on the list.
Because I think we did that one before.
Oh, did we?
Oh, did we?
Okay.
I didn't look at what it was.
So let's go ahead and stop the show, Chris.
All right. Hey, everybody. Thank you individually for listening to Past Week, Next Week with Chris and Paul. Since you love the program, please rate and review the podcast on your favorite podcast distributor. We'd love to hear from you, and you can contact us at 913-735-0060, and you can join the Past Week, Next Week Facebook page. On behalf of Paul, I'm Chris saying goodbye.
Well, here's a great song. It's called No Parking on the Dance Floor. Oh, on behalf of Chris, have a good week. Here's No Parking on the Dance Floor. And it is Midnight Star.
I went down a Midnight Star rabbit hole this week. That's really weird that you're picking this. Yeah.
Did you see someone on TikTok play it or something? Because that's what made me think of it.
No, and I'm trying to remember. Let me...
Okay, let's see the acting. Okay.
Hey! That guy looks like Ice Cube before Ice Cube.
Yes. Okay, here it is.
Excuse me, madam.
Wait.
You're standing still in a no parking zone.
Huh.
If you don't get a move on that body, I'll be forced to give you a ticket. So
I'm waiting for you guys to say something.
Oh, I thought you were going to... Okay, I was waiting for you to do it.
This has been a KCTK
Drinking
production,
warm water before
produced
bed.
by Paul Lavoda. If you want more information about this content, then you have some real weirdness going on. You can always check out KCTK Radio on Facebook. Listen to live programs at kctkradio.com. Yes, and that is on the World Wide Web. Thank you.